Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, August 13th, and this local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. It's a mixed bag of results for Flagler County's COVID situation. John Arking has an update.
Local health officials say the Delta variant has taken a toll on the community, but it's not all bad news. Bob Snyder is the Flagler County Health Officer.
With 89 patients with COVID today in the hospital and a positive case count of 118. However, there are signs of hope due to an increase in persons vaccinated during the last 3 weeks. A 300% increase week to week. So please, Flagler County, now is the time to get your shot. It's a 3% increase in vaccinations from just 3 weeks ago, where we went from 476 people vaccinated in 1 week 3 weeks ago to as of last Friday, 1,400.
Snyder says the increase in vaccination rates is a result of residents taking note of just how serious the Delta variant is, with these steady increases in both COVID case counts and hospitalizations. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
Rental assistance is available for those in need in Flagler County. Karen Johnson has more.
Flagler County officials are urging renters to use the rental assistance money available through OurFlorida.com. You could be eligible for up to 15 months of assistance paid directly to the landlord, and some utilities assistance is also available. Lacey Martin is Flagler County's marketing media manager.
They could be eligible for up to 15 months of assistance for their rent and utility payment. There's still plenty of funding available. We've mentioned this prior in the year, but it can actually date back from 12 months past due rent. So this is incredible, and we're really encouraging everyone to utilize this available service.
The program focuses on low-income renters whose household income is at or below 80% of what's known as the area median income, which varies by county and prioritizes renters or families who've experienced unemployment within the past 90 days. To learn more about eligibility, needed documents, and how to apply, visit OurFlorida.com. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Before Melissa Holland resigned in May, she was absent quite a bit while her daughter underwent a liver transplant. Then Vice Mayor Nick Kloufis ran meetings at that time.
Being procedurally sound is critical because you're leading the meeting. There's very few positions in public speaking where really you don't have anyone to turn to as far as the direction for where you're going next. And you have to make instinctive decisions that unite the council members on some common ground. And that was always, even though we had different council members when I originally had to chair quite a few meetings, we handled ourselves with decor and we were reasonable.
But he says now things have become so confrontational.
And that's just the environment that we live in today. Everybody treats politics like it's a team sport now, as if it's part of the NFL or something. And if you are on one team, it makes it okay to just hate the other team, no matter what team you're on.
Going forward, he called for cooperation among council members.
The success of our council is really a function of the diversity and our ability to communicate effectively. Because if we have different views, we're able to come together and have those different perspectives and prerogatives and come to a general consensus that fits the majority of Palm Coast and the vision that our citizens expect and the quality of life that we have come to know as Palm Coast. It's way bigger than any one of us, and we need to all take a step back, be humbled that together we are affecting the trajectory of Palm Coast and our long-term success, and that is a huge responsibility.
Flagler County residents will be able to keep their library e-cards. Amy Cherry has the details.
It was something started in May of 2020 out of necessity because of the pandemic. Now, Holly Albanese, director of the Flagler County Public Library, says they'll be keeping the virtual option in place for those who want to read ebooks.
We find that people like this as an option. We've already registered about maybe a dozen people in that capacity, so we're hoping that more people will start using the library because we're now offering them the ability to have this virtual card as well as being able to use all our online resources.
Albanese says the e-card came in handy beyond COVID for those who face medical conditions, transportation challenges, and tricky schedules that just don't mesh with the library's hours. E-card owners can also exchange their cards for a permanent library card, which would enable them to use all of the services and programs the library has to offer in person.
We are asking people to please think about wearing a mask. We're not requiring it. We're recommending it because we don't have the ability to social distance. So regardless of your vaccination status, we ask that you consider doing that.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
How do we stop the Delta variant?
Flagler County Emergency Management Director Jonathan Lord said that the Delta variant of SARS-CoV-2, the coronavirus or COVID-19 as we know it, caught many health officials off guard. He said that it spreads faster and is more deadly.
But here's the key thing, though. Everything that we have going on right now is 100% avoidable. This current spike is 100% avoidable. We have the tools and the knowledge available to us. We know that vaccines make a difference. We now know that masking does make a difference.
Lord said that the state considers Flagler County a high transmission rate community, but
we can get that high transmission designator to go away if everybody, our visitors, our residents, our businesses, if we all can just put on a mask and get vaccinated.
Live, Shop, Play is on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 9:30. The podcast available on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
Lots of things to do with the family over the weekend in Flagler County. Here's Stacy from Fun for Augie Kids to tell you all about it.
The Tween Club will be held today at the Flagler County Library. This is a space and time for tweens to have fun together at the library with hands-on activities and crafts. This event is for kids in grades 4 through 7 and registration is required. Palm Coast Parks and Recreation is proudly presenting movies in the park. Tonight's free movie is Jumanji: The Next Level. All moviegoers be sure to bring blankets, chairs, picnic baskets, and bug spray and enjoy the show. Saturday, Dearlane Ministries, Church on the Rock, and the Purpose Center Church are all partnering together to present the 8th annual Back to School Bash. There will be fun, food, and games for the entire family. For details on these events and more, visit our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.